Lee 18th X just redeemed treats for the kitties.
Hello, good morning. Welcome, foolish mortals. We're in it today. We have, hopefully, the finale of Beacon Pines. Excuse me while I still wake up a little bit. I have my nice Bones coffee. Oh, Irish cream, but it's not actually Irish cream. Yes, so welcome in, Weiss. Congrats on the finality. That is the final, the finality. Or it could be a like a way that you would kill people in Mortal Kombat, the finality, right? That would be good. Welcome in, Weiss. Congrats on first. Welcome in, Lee. Congrats on treats for the kitties. I will need to Cat's best friend. I'll need to update that on the main stream screen when we switch over there. Yeah, happy Sunday. Last night was a lot of fun. I streamed with a lot of fantastic people. We played Jackbox. It was a lot of laughs. It was a late night for me, but it was fun. It was worth it, hanging out with all the people and enjoying themselves. So, yeah. So, I don't have a question of the day today. It's just going to be sort of chill Sunday morning vibes and hopefully finish Beacon Pines, and that will be it. That will be the day. And then they'll give me a little bit more time to work on the stream stuff that I haven't been able to this week, and get a schedule together. So, of notely, I probably will be playing Breath of Fire soon, because I got it working on my Game Boy Advance. I set up my Game Boy Advance. You know what's funny? Actually, I could. I could technically set up my Game Boy Advance, but no, I don't think anything would fucking come off of this. But yeah, so I set up my Game Boy Advance, and I will likely be playing that real soon because I got it working. It popped up, and I'm like, cool. So yeah, should be good times. Anything else to report? I don't think so. I had a lot of fun last night. Thanks for everyone who hung out and watched that. Leia, I hope you feel better. Weiss, I hope you have a good day. I imagine you're not working because it's a Sunday, but who knows? You're crazy. I just used my Game Boy Advance player for GameCube and capture the GameCube. There you go. I think GameCube's the only Nintendo console I didn't own for a very long time. I still don't. I have Super Nintendo. I'm sorry, I have original Nintendo. I had a Super Nintendo before my mom gave it to my cousins, and they destroyed it. But now I technically have the Super Nintendo, like, all-in-one console thing. I have a Nintendo 64 still. I skipped the GameCube. I have a Wii. And then after that, I don't have any of the other ones. I don't have, like, a Wii U or technically I have a Switch. So I guess I skipped the Wii U as well. But hi, Miss Ayana, good to see ya. Good morning. Joke's on you. I already worked 8 hours today. That tracks. That tracks twice. I hope you're not working anymore. Also, welcome in. We are going to be playing some Beacon Pines today. So yeah, happy Sunday, all. Hope everyone's doing good. Let's switch on over. Get my Beacon Pines booted up. So the weird thing about Beacon Pines is kind of just like it throws you right into it. Like as soon as you get to the starting screen here. Oh, before I forget, let me update the cat's best friend. No, I want to go back to sleep. I'm sorry. Listen, if you fall asleep, listen to me read a story. That's just as good, right? You can get some rest. You can take a nap. Beacon Pines is fun until it gets real weird, and then it gets real kooky. So maybe me reading this bedtime story will be enough to get you back into a slumber. But if you have to be up, if you absolutely have to be up, and you like coffee, absolutely make yourself a nice cup of coffee, settle in. It should be a nice morning. Should be a nice chill kind of morning. Bacon with a side of egg and potatoes. Is that what you're eating, Lee? It's fucking amazing. It sounds great. I'm looking for Cat's best friend. Name of Cat's best friend. Here we go. Coffee don't work for me anymore. Why? Are you, like, resistant to that much caffeine? Is that what's happening? Or is it just maybe you've gotten so used to coffee that it doesn't even run your system? Okay. Should be working. I'll click on over here. Oh Jesus, that's loud. Oof. when when the starting screen jump scares you. Yeah, I'm curious why coffee don't work anymore.
The cold, hard truth.
Okay, so we already did
Beth
this, I
leapt
think.
up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark.
I think?
Dimness eclipsed around her
I think
like
we
the
lost,
shadow of a camera,
right?
as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments.
Did we leave off on an actual run, or did we lose? I need to see. Why are my buttons not working? Why are my buttons not working? Oh, it's because I'm in the book form.
Turns,
I'll probably guess the second one. Damn, that sucks. I'm sorry. Black tea? I don't know what else has more potency. I guess like an energy drink, but I wouldn't recommend probably drinking an energy drink every morning. Gamer subs or G Fuel or one of those ones,
she heard
maybe.
The tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth.
Okay, so I actually don't think we lost last time. I think we just ended it early because there was going to be like 3 more chapters and we were already like 7 hours deep into a game or something. Well,
then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant,
I always have either tea or coffee in the morning and evening. Alright, that's a nice little way to start. All the same, welcome in. Good to have you. I'm Nico. It's nice to meet you. And I imagine you have some familiarity with Beacon Pines, or you came from some other source, but good to see you. Good morning. I'm sorry that you have to be up, but I'm happy that you're here.
A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Why are we focusing on Beck? We're not playing as Beck, are we? There's Rollo. There's Luca. You'll be back? Okay. And there's Beck. Okay. I don't know why they focus so much on Beck. Intense? Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. I have to remember everyone's voice, so bear with me. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like it got on any of us. It didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? This place sucks. Haven't heard of Beacon Pines, so I don't really know. Oh, okay. Let me fill you in real fast. So Beacon Pines is a kind of like choose your own adventure game, where when you go on a quest line, you unlock these little things on these right side called charms, and these charms allow you to choose different options based on branching paths. So all of these are lines that we have finished in some capacity. And then, like, sometimes you finish a line and you get, like, a new charm from it, and then you can go to a different area, like a different quest line, and you can use the charm. So, the story itself is kind of crazy, but the short version is basically all of these animals live in this town, and there was a fertilizer company that ended up starting this town, and then a big catastrophe happened. The owner of that fertilizer company died, and like the entire town like got ruined. And then a new company came in that is a farming company to like help revitalize the town. But we found out that that company has apparently created an exact replica of our town and moved all of us into the replica, because where the real town resides is like this giant hole in the ground that apparently like has some weird kind of scientific shit associated with it that allows you to like alter space-time reality thing. And so the company found out that was there, and they're like, well, we don't want all these people living around this thing, so they moved us to a exact replica of our town without us knowing, so that way they can harvest that mineral, so to speak. And there's a whole lot of other stuff that's going on. Like there's a resistance movement that's fighting against them. There's weird people that are like trying to like push forward their own agendas. But the heart of the matter is basically we are trying to basically stop this catastrophe from happening and we want to get a good ending. This author wants us to get a good ending, so we're working towards that. And so the characters are on the left there. This little goat sort of looking guy. His name is Luca. He's the main character. Next to him is a cat named Beck. She's got like a UK accent. And then this other, I don't know, tiger cat looking guy. His name is Rollo. He's got a deep voice and he's kind of dopey. Beck just moved to town, so she's new. But they're all just trying to get to the bottom of this mystery. It's pretty fun. I'd mistake him for a reindeer. Oh, I guess he could be a reindeer. Or like, yeah. You know what? I'd rather look this up. What is Luca considered canonically? Luca Van Horn. He's a deer. Okay. Yep, he is. He is not a goat and not a reindeer. He's actually a deer. So I guess deer is the type of reindeer, but still. Why would anyone want to blow up something out here? Also, I do real bad voices on these, so I apologize if it's not what you're loving this morning. You're like, I'm too tired to listen to this fucker. Only one way to find out, I suppose. Gotta catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Alright, so catch up to Mr. Nuncreed. So we didn't actually kill this run. So this is our actual town. Our actual town is covered in this snow because that weird tunnel that we were talking about, which I believe they call like the source or something like that. It's been a little bit myself. The source gives off like frost residue. So all of this is a byproduct of them mining that sort of tunnel that had all the science stuff in it. And Mr. Nuncreed is just a real creepy guy. We don't like Mr. Nuncreed. He killed us on one run. He locked us in a phone booth and then sent us to our demise. So we don't like Mr. Nuncreed. But you can tell based on this, I've done a lot of pathways, and I've finished a lot of it thus far. So I'm thinking this is getting close to the end. Just kind of funny. Familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow. No time. Nuncreed's getting away. Okay, so on this storyline, on this pathline, on this story, in this reality, we have not knocked the snow off that sign to know that this is our actual house yet. This is the first time in this storyline they're realizing that this is not their home. Guess I'm kind of right. He's a deer. Just listen. Yeah. Yep, exactly right. I would probably say he's a reindeer based on that. Like they kind of say he's a deer, but based on the antlers, yeah, I can say a reindeer. I think that makes sense. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I might not be the most well-versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does sort of look like a frozen replica of town. Oh, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Plus, he's in a snowy area. It's true, and he's got his cute little, like, winter vest. It's very cute. This game is very cute, and then it has moments where it's just like, murder! And it's like, holy shit. So, yeah. It's a very interesting game. But I really love the art on it. It's so well done. Rollo. Stick with me here. Congrats on claiming the D20. If you'd like to see what your day is going to be, feel free to do an exclamation point roll to see how well your day will go. Hopefully it's not a 1. We've been getting a lot of 1s from people. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. 14's solid. That's a solid roll. Without modifiers, yeah. 14's solid. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. So for Rolo, I kind of have like a Patrick Star voice, except a little bit more exhausted. Welcome back, Lee. I have like a Patrick Star kind of voice because he's kind of dopey. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back here. The final objective, kill all of us and shapeshift into a Beacon Pines citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving. So in this, on this run, they don't know that this is their copy, they don't know that this is their actual town, and where they've been living for the last X number of years is a copy of their town. They don't know that yet. But we've experienced it on a different storyline. That's why we know it. Okay.
They spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center.
Will it pause? It will. Okay. So let me explain what's happening here before we push on, okay? That woman, that old woman in the middle, is our grandmother. The current theory, okay, I need to back up a little bit more. Our father, Luca's father is dead. He got killed presumably by like sticking his nose into business he shouldn't have been sticking his nose into, apparently. And then Luca's mom is missing, okay? So because he had no parental figures there, what they ended up needing to do was they ended up saying, "Oh, your grandmother has to come live with you and take care of you." But we found a newspaper clipping said that our grandmother died in like 3 towns over. So we don't know who this woman is. She's not actually our grandmother. Now, the stuff that they mine out of that hole, we think they're using it to bring the dead back to life, or they're trying to. So the goop, when it gets on you, it will like really make you extremely lively, and then it will like gray, wither, and like almost die. So like we put a branch in it, and then the branch got all like full of leaves, and then everything withered on it. So the current working theory is that this woman is not actually our grandmother, but perhaps our mother, who got some of the goop on her and now is playing the part of our grandmother because everyone thinks that her mother is dead. And the reason why we think that is because she actively wants to destroy this portal in the middle, like the source. And we don't know why she wants to. She leads the freedom fighters in this town to actively destroy this shit. What ended up happening on one run is she did exactly what she's about to do, which is blow up the source, and then there was a reaction from it that created basically an ice age that froze everyone in the fake town. It killed all of us. So on this run, we're actually here when she's about to do it. So this is new information. We do not know if that's actually our grandmother or not. Allegedly, our grandmother died. We found her obituary. So the current working theory that I have is that it is your mother with like goop and aged. This other guy over here, this walrus-looking motherfucker, that's Mr. Nuncreed. He's a real shithead. He works for the evil company who is trying to mine this source. He was also friends with your father, and he basically sold out your father in order to like take care of himself. And he has like intense hots for your grandmother, which is very uncomfortable. So he's just a real bad guy all around. So this is all new information. If she blows this thing up, we're all going to die, because there's a chemical reaction from it being so cold to her trying to explode it that actually kills all of us. It happened in a different run. So yeah, let's see how this goes.
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
Hi, Vixen. Meat Flaps. Good to see you. Meat Flaps indeed. I hope you heard some of my explanation on that, Vixen. This is a crazy game.
Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was
Also, there's, like, something that's going on with, like, cloning, and we think that they're trying to, like, bring the dead back. I did not, but it's funny. Okay. I appreciate the lyric. Scrumptious. Hi, Finish. Good to see ya. Oh, scrumptious. What the hell is scrumptious? That sounds like a Willy Wonka word. Scrumptious. Hi, Finish. Good to see you as well. It is a very interesting game. I'm sorry that you're getting into it right towards the end, but I highly recommend checking out this game. There's only like 2 people I've ever talked to that have played this game. It's a lot of fun. It's very cool.
Gran stood confidently at the edge.
The art is just really well done too.
Over the abyss.
Thank you for the follow, Finish. Ready to lead the charge in Beacon Pines? Nice. Oh, I forgot to reset my thingy. It's supposed to do a little pop-up, but I forgot to reset it before stream. Sorry.
Nearby, a wheelbarrow
But welcome.
had been
Thank you.
emptied out.
Welcome to the Neeks Network. Happy to have you. Appreciate the lurk vixen too, if you're still listening. Your boy had
She
been empty.
held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
This voice actress who does this narration sounded so familiar, and I went and looked her up, and she hasn't done anything else. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's just this, but she sounds like so familiar. Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Also, can I get a sound check? Volume's okay? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Yargin. Hell yeah. I don't want to get too far, but, well, now it's going to be loud, but... Volume's pretty good? Okay, cool. Welcome in, Yargin. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncree turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer.
13! That's the best you've rolled in a couple of days, Yargin.
Mr. Nuncree spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't from him, your father might still be alive. I knew that.
Mr.
I knew
Nuncree
that.
winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens.
Damn.
The wind
This is
howled
emotional
with
as hell.
encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas of how to effect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. No, that's not
They
fair.
menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge.
Oh boy, okay.
The blur of emotions and memories. Lucas
I guess I'm
mind
gonna have to
filled
choose.
with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
Oh, thank you. Alright, I have 2 options, which means one of these is the right option, and one of these is not the right option, which means I'm going to have to come back here and try both of these. I don't think hum is probably the right option, but I'll try.
And in the stillness, he began to hum.
Show me the way to go home.
After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody.
Oh, so
It
sweet.
was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay.
It's so
That
sad.
melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother.
Okay, so if my theory is correct, our grandmother should react to this because This is something that is tied deeply between him and his mother.
Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
This is so sad.
Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
This is so fucking sweet. Oh my god. I'm glad I didn't do this week when I was already feeling emotional. Holy shit. So definitely her mother, right? Like, it's definitely his mother. Like, it's someone who's related to him that would know this, and he doesn't remember his grandmother, so...
Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes.
Fucking
trying
called
to see
it!
more clearly.
Called it!
He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother.
Oh my god.
They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
But Eleanor? I thought you were... gone? You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
Oh. You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? It's so sad, right? Where'd you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until Perennial Harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. Perennial Harvest is the new farming, the new farming company that has come in and has basically taken over the town. It also made the duplicate of our town. And also may or may not have Red Panda clones. We'll see if that ever comes to fruition. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity.
Ah, that's the name of the mission. That's the name of this chapter.
Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Oh, interesting. So maybe that was the right solution. I mean, I didn't think humming was going to work, but apparently it did. You don't understand. He always wins. Okay.
Chapter 9.
So we still have a couple of pathways to figure out. That side, maybe if we cry, it will be a dead end.
The devil you know.
Oh, this has got to be that fucking hyena, right?
7 months ago.
Oh, flashback.
Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways
What is
under
this?
perennial harvest.
What is this jazzy music I'm hearing?
She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency.
Okay.
She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant.
Okay.
It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base.
Okay.
She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempest Liquamen.
Okay, so I think that's the first time that we've actually heard what the stuff that they're harvesting from the source is called. Which... Does that have a Latin root? Tempest, I'm guessing, is time? Or it could be storm. It could be storm, like the tempest. Tempest, meaning... Time. Okay, tempest is Latin for time. I was right on that one. And then I don't know what liquamine is. Like liquid time? Liquamine is liquid mixture or fish sauce. So probably not fish sauce. So liquid mixture. So it's liquid time? Which I guess would make sense when they applied it to something that it would like blossom and then like die, right? Fish sauce time, yeah. It all adds up. That sounds like something Rollo would say, Lee. Of course, the fish sauce.
There were dozens of them. Every one stamped, failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching.
So liquid time, okay. So they are either trying to undo time or alter with it in some capacity.
She was out of time.
Which I guess kind of makes sense considering that this is a choose-your-own-adventure game, so maybe all of these things are correlated, that, like, the different paths that you can go down are changed because of this timeline thing.
Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod.
Was
Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
Was Shadowheart also in there? Okay, so she jumped in there herself, and then in doing so, she changed her entire body to be the older version, which is now what Luca thinks is his Gran, which is actually her. So that's what happened. So if they have a pod for that, I wonder if they're trying to undo the effects of aging, or maybe they are honestly just trying to bring the dead back to life. Don't know. That's still a big question mark as to what they're actually trying to accomplish. All right, so this guy is a fucker. He's an actor, and he's a hired actor just to lie to people. He's very good at his job. He's a hyena, of course. And that's what change is all about. He's got a southern drawl. Grabbing the future by the scruff of his neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I'm tickled pink that we'll all be making that choice together. How great is that? So in the other timeline, Gran dropped that, right, and blew up, and all of us died here while he was giving this speech. So we've officially changed that to not happen this time. So this is all new again. This man is a liar. Excuse me? I will not. I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, do you?
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. He told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. Hi, Mark. Good morning. But while they had us evacuated... How you doing today, Mark? Doing good? Hopefully you're feeling good. Miss Hofford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? A toothache? Oh. Beef stew. Are you having beef stew to counter the toothache? That sucks. Oh, man, a toothache. I don't remember the last time I've had a toothache. That sucks. No. No. Oh, you made beef stew in a crock pot. Nice. I'd love some beef stew. My wife and I are going to be making Canadian... What's it? Canadian cheese soup or something like that later. Should be good. It's got like cheese and bacon and stuff like that, so it should be good. And potatoes and carrots and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. I'll if I remember, I'll take a picture. Post it. Should be really good, though. A little help, please. So these are the Red Panda clones that are called the clipboards. Again, we think they're clones. We don't know for certain, but they're all very simple in like what they think and what they can do. Well, welcome in, Mark. We're all just gonna have chill times and get to the end of the story. It sounds like we're pretty close, actually. Don't you all see? This festival's a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. Proof. I am the proof. Dark glasses go up over her face. Da, 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 da. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just as sneaky as the Dickens? We all knew the Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about this disruption. My associate will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one... Oh, no, that's not his voice. She's not the one who's disturbed.
Hydration is important.
You two-timing clown.
Miss_Ayana just redeemed.
Thank you. Thanks, Ayana. I appreciate it. I gotta get me my coffee fix. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... Someone gonna, like, kill him? Oh. Why are you clapping, little doggy? What is happening? That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Oh my god, I just had an idea, and I don't know if it's right. I just had a crazy idea. It might be that it's about to be revealed. Remember how they said that the former fertilizer... Yes, Yargan. Yes, the former fertilizer guy who created it and ran this town, right? What if they used the stuff on him, and instead of bringing him back to life or whatever, or like stop him from dying, what if it reversed the years so much that he became a child? which is why he put in his last will and testament that his daughter had to adopt this child. Because if that's the case, that would make sense as to why he would still be involved with all of these things. Because his last will made himself get adopted as a child. Is that what they're about to drop on us? Oh my god. Yes, sir. Take him away. No, I want them to see this. Ah, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, I expected it something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr. Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir, of course, sir. You've done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
There it is. So, oh my god, I was not ready for that one. That I did not have, like, prepped on my Nico called this bullshit. I did not think that the original founder of this town was Little Doggy. But now, all the pieces are getting put together. Because why would he put in his last will and testament that this dog needed to be basically adopted into the family? That's why. So that way he could still actually be part of the family without people being like, who's this weird kid that keeps hanging around with a rich family? It's like, you've seen like all those classic sort of like people are immortal or things like that, and they like have to die and then they give themselves their inheritance. Basically that. Man, I did not see that one coming. Thankfully, we can disperse with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents.
Is he going to become older now?
A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine. There it is.
His
there it
body
is.
and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Is he, Strad von Zarvich? Don't like that transformation.
A hushed horror gripped the crowd.
There he is.
This
Oh,
is a story about change.
my God. What? No. So Grandma's like, ha, I pulled a fast one over on them. I got older, so they don't know it's me. And then the dog's just like, I got younger, so you didn't know that I was that guy. It's like Uno reverse card, right? So you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, please be a dear and reveal the sign. So, that now puts another thing into perspective, because Little Doggy was talking to one of the other characters at one point, and they were like, is everything ready for the sign reveal tomorrow? And then the guy's like, yep, got it all ready to go. And it was like, what does the dog want to put up on a sign? I thought it was like him pulling a prank on his family. Nope. That's not what was happening.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard. Oh, I got a new charm. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr.
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward. And he's thrown off. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should not... You people should be celebrating my return. You're clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy? I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourself in my absence. Squandered. To say I am disappointed would be an understatement. But Silence, Augustus, an adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you failed me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I've been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you could just live forever? But what about... It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you said enough. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth? He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those of you who haven't already frittered away my goodwill.